Hello friends and my dear students. In the first part, we have seen about the transportation, single circulation, double circulation, the composition of blood, different types of cells present in blood, their structure and function. Now let's start with the human heart. It is the main pumping organ of a body and plays the important role in circulation. Reddish brown in color, hollow muscular organ. On an average, it weighs about 300 gram in male and 250 gram in female. It is a conical in shape and lies in a mediastinum, that is the space between the two lungs. It is broader at upper end, that is the base, and conical at lower end, that is the apex. The conical end is slightly tilted to the left side and rests above the diaphragm. The heart is enclosed in a membranous sac called pericardium. This pericardium is formed of two main layers, outer fibrous and inner serous pericardium. Here, this diagram shows the pericardium, the fibrous serous pericardium. The serous pericardium, it is the soft, moist and elastic. It is made up of the squamous epithelium. This serous pericardium in diagram you are showing the divided into parietal layer as well as the visceral layer. The parietal and visceral layer are of the serous pericardium and they are separated by a pericardial space. Here the gap is showing and this space is filled with the pericardial fluid which acts as a shock absorber and protect the heart from mechanical injuries, that is their function. It also keeps the heart moist and acts as a lubricant. On the right side, here we are showing the myocardium and endocardium. That the heart wall, as we know, the heart is the mesodermal in origin and its wall they are made up of epicardium, that is the outer layer, the middle layer is the myocardium and the inner layer is the endocardium. The epicardium is a thin and formed of a single layer of a flat squamous epithelium resting on basement membrane. Myocardium is a middle thick layer formed of cardiac muscles. Endocardium is a single thin layer formed of squamous epithelium. Both epicardium as well as endocardium, they are protective in function and the myogenic movement of heart is possible due to the myocardium because it plays the function contraction as well as relaxation of heart. Now this diagram shows the external structure of a heart. As we know, the human heart is made up of a four chamber. The two superior chambers are called the atria and the two lower chambers are called the ventricle. Here this is the position of atrium and here this is the position of a ventricle. Now externally the atria, they are separated from ventricle by a transverse groove called coronary sulcus or atrioventricular groove. The two ventricles are separated from each other by two grooves, the anterior and posterior, that is the interventricular sulci. Here this interventricular sulci, it separate the two ventricles. The coronary arteries and coronary veins runs through these sulci. Pulmonary trunk arises from right ventricle. Here this pulmonary trunk, it arises from the right ventricle and aorta from the left ventricle. They are present on anterior surface of the heart. The pulmonary trunk bifurcates into left and right pulmonary arteries and this aorta is divisible into three regions as a descending aorta, systemic aortic arc, and the descending aorta. The ligamentum arteriosum, this is the position of the ligamentum arteriosum, and it joins the pulmonary trunk and aortic arc. It is the remnant of an embryonic duct called ductus arteriosus. The aortic arc gives out three arteries. The right atrium, this right atrium receives the blood from this superior vena cava and this inferior vena cava along its dorsal surface. The pulmonary vein open into the left atrium along the dorsal surface of the heart.